Hello and welcome to Brand X Reviews. This morning I did a review of the X-Men Days of Future Past Blu-ray, and as promised, the second review of today, because there's quite a lot of stuff coming out in one day, it's an expensive day, Batman 60 series Blu-ray box set. This is something we've been waiting a long time for various reasons. There's been a lot of legal issues in the past, so this has never really, as far as I'm aware, been released in any home video format before. So as a Batman fan and collector, today's like Christmas pretty much. So we're going to get into a review of this. Just before I carry on though, if you go to brandxreviews.com, where I'm going to post this video, beneath it I'm going to put a link. There's a pretty good article that's contributed by one of our followers, Buffnut. There's a good article about why this thing got delayed and exactly what held it up all these years. So anyway, without any further ado, here's a review. Okay, this is a very nice box set. Don't really have much bad to say about it. One thing that is a bit annoying though, I'll just start with. Box sets do this all the time. You'll have these like flap things that are usually stuck with some kind of like gum. And once it's off, it's off. You can't really put it back. The gum will just rot away and you can't use it. So forever now, you'll have this thing that just doesn't really attach. Even if you stand the thing up like that, it's always going to kind of do that. Unless you kind of get some maybe post-it note sticky stuff and kind of turn it round on itself and put it under there, that might kind of hold it, because you don't really want to stick it on permanently, obviously, because you need to kind of get that off to be able to get into the box set. Really annoying when box sets do that. But anyway, let's have a look at the thing itself. That's the only bad thing I've got to really say about it, so I kind of thought I'd get that out of the way. Now, one thing that is really nice about this, you might notice there's kind of a line here. This bit kind of stands above the rest of it. That's because it's got like a door, and it appears to be magnetised as well, which is really nice. As you can kind of see it when you kind of let it go down, it's quite resistant actually. There we go. You can kind of see how it sticks down like that. So it's quite a strong magnet anyway. And on the inside, you've got all this. You can kind of make out there how it's all printed on there. Very nice. And then there's another door here which opens up, and you've got obviously this window here where you can see the Batmobile on the inside, and it's the same deal there as well with this kind of thing going on the inside cover. So let's have a look at the stuff now. Anyway, what you get with this thing. So very similar to the Batman box set that I reviewed in the first review I ever did for Brand X Reviews, actually back in October last year. You get Hot Wheels model. You only get one in this case, and you get a few other little books as well. And you have one of these where it kind of lifts everything out. So remember, when you do take these things out, always leave the ribbon at the very bottom, because it makes it so much easier to actually pull these things out. But let's one thing at a time anyway. Let's have a look at the actual Batmobile now. It comes in this box, which is fairly difficult to kind of get open without damaging, but it can be done. I'll do it there. I managed to kind of, once you've done it once, it'll kind of open easier in future, but let's kind of roll it out so we can have a good look at it. I think on the Batman review that I did of the Dark Knight Trilogy box set, I didn't really have a closer look in that video at the models. But in this one, let's have a close look at it. Okay, I've moved this onto the table just so I can get it in better focus, so you can really see it a lot clearer. You can see the different viewpoints on the thing as well, and the attention to detail that's kind of gone into it. I've seen better. I mean, it's kind of plasticky, and it's a Hot Wheels thing, so it's not gold plated or anything like that. I remember when I was a kid, I had a Corgi, one of these, and it had a Batman printed on the underneath, but this one's not the case. As you can see there's some of the writing as well. And let's have a closer look on the inside as well. What you can get there, you can see the bat phone there in the middle. Very nice anyway. So that's that anyway. It doesn't really seem to do anything. I don't think any of the actual things function on there. So obviously the wheels turn. That's about it. So that's the car anyway. And if you can make this out as well, this is the actual box, and that's the background you can see behind the car. So they've really done a lot of, well, made an effort to make the actual thing very presentable. So that's quite a nice touch. So next we have these trading cards. Let's have a look at these. Now these are, well, they were shrink wrapped when I got them, so I've had to obviously take the shrink wrap off and get into the box to have a look at these. So I'll just show you the actual outer box. Fairly straightforward, nothing much on there. Bit of writing as well, distributed by Warner Home Video. So let's have a look at the cards. What I'll do is I'll just get all the cards out, lay them across the floor, and show you very quickly what all the cards are. There's 44 of them, as you can see there. Leave everything on top of this ribbon when you've got it mixed. Things a lot easier to take out, particularly as you get further into the box. The first thing in here is Adam West's scrapbook, or the Adam West scrapbook, should I say. It's very heavily illustrated. As you can see, there's a lot of these kind of things. So let's just have a quick flick through here. Very nice. Nice kind of, as was the case with the last Batman box set that I reviewed, the Dark Knight Trilogy box set, the paper in this is very glossy again. You kind of see how shiny it is. So, like I say, you do get quite good value for your money as well. That's pretty much it for this book anyway, so that's everything you get in there as well. So that's that anyway. As you see, it's not a very thick book. The next one is the episode guide itself. This one's even thinner. That's on kind of like a hardback kind of paper. This one's on a flexible, glossy kind of cover. So you can see these are all the episode guides, and it kind of lists them in terms of the actual series. So it doesn't list them like 1 to 120. Every time you get into a new series, the kind of numbers start again, which makes it easier to kind of track. As you can see, it's very heavily illustrated, and page 32 covers the extra features, which I'll get into specifically when I'm reviewing the actual thing in a moment. The actual series, you've got 3 different boxes for each season, so you've got, you probably would have seen this anyway in the advertising element of it anyway. So you've got Series 1, Series 2, which was quite a bit thicker because it had more episodes in it, and then Series 3, which introduced Batgirl as well. So I'll just get all these out. So I'll start with Series 1 anyway, so it kind of opens up in the usual way, and these are what the discs look like. And so you've got the 3 discs here for these. Underneath, you've got this kind of artwork going on. Very easy to put the discs back in as well. What's on the back of there? You've got the Riddler as well. So that's Series 1. Series 2 shows the Catwoman played by Julie Newmar. On the inside you've got Egghead and Mr. Freeze. And as I say, this one had slightly more episodes in Series 2. Well, a lot more episodes, so you get more discs for this one, obviously. Series 3, which introduced Batgirl, so of course they've got Yvonne Craig on there, and all the discs. So that's pretty much, that's Series 3. I don't think, what was on the back of that one? King Tut. Right, so those are your discs, those are your actual things. So let's see what you actually get with the actual extras as well when you're playing the thing. But before we get to that, I'll just show you the rest of the box, because I just realised I only really showed you the front part of it. So as I say, it's magnetic, it kind of sticks on like that. Then you've got this annoying flap here, which something kind of has to be done about that. So let's just pick the thing up. So that's the top. The sides, press here. Well, I don't know why. I have just discovered that. That's pretty cool. I've literally just discovered that. This is the back of the thing as well. Behind this, yeah, you've got that there, so that's kind of behind this thing. If you want to take this flap off, which I don't see why you would, because this is better than what's actually underneath. It kind of itemises all the extras there. But you'll have seen all this online, so that was kind of the promotional picture that we all got to see when this thing was advertised. So that's the thing. Then it kind of just itemises again the actual physical things that you get with it, and some of the other stuff there. So I don't know what's on the underneath. Let's have a quick look at that if I can get to it. What have I done here? What's on the underneath? Oh yeah, it's limited edition, and these are numbered as well. So there you go. You've got the actual number there. It's quite nice. There's 95,000 of these. I don't know if that means worldwide or whatever. I think that does mean worldwide because, from what I understand, this is region 0. So that means it's multiple multi-region. But if you've got any questions when you're buying this, make sure you check before you actually do. So as I say, right, let's have a look at what's actually on the discs themselves now. That's everything. That's the boxes and all the physical stuff on the inside. Let's see what you actually get program-wise. Okay, very impressive presentation. The clarity of this, particularly on the extra features, because they have things where they've actually filmed them in high definition, but it really is something different to what I've seen before with this TV show, because for the last 10 years or so, I owned bootleg copies of these, which I got off eBay, and these were recorded off TV, downloaded from the internet, and then kind of put onto DVD video format, so they were quite bad quality. So to see these in very crisp, high definition quality on a decent sized TV screen as well is really a nice treat. But the extra features are really good as well, it has to be said. There's quite a few things. I'll just kind of go through what they are. There's like I said, there is an episode guide booklet that you get with this, and it does kind of itemise what the extras are. There's a page here. I've kind of got some of the extras running in the background. Now the extra features come on one disc. They don't kind of spread across the entire seasons 1, 2 and 3, as far as I know anyway. They come on an extra disc which comes at the end of series 3. It's its own disc, so it comes with that. And like I say, I haven't actually watched... I've only watched 2 episodes so far off this. So I've started with Series 2 because I watched all of Series 1 in the bootleg copies that I had up to a few months ago. So it's fairly fresh in my memory. So I started on Series 2. So I've watched a couple of episodes and they are very good. One thing I will say as well is these are TV shows that were made in the 60s, and I think they kind of, part of when they were filming, they kind of realised that most TVs were kind of blurry back then in comparison to what they are today, by today's standards. And when they have things like fight scenes, you can tell it's a stunt double. You can see the face a lot clearer than you probably would have done in the 60s. Similar thing you get with Star Trek as well, the original series, because that ran pretty much over the same years that these did. You'll see fight scenes and all of a sudden there's like, you'll have like Kirk and like another character like fighting in a room, and then all of a sudden you've got like 2 completely different actors wearing the exact same clothes, in the exact same room fighting, and it's clearly not them. It's kind of amusing to see that. I'm not saying that as a negative. It adds to the charm, doesn't it, I guess. But anyway, I was talking about the extra features, and I kind of went off on a tangent there. Now, there's a few featurettes. It counts in here, it says there are 6, but some of them are kind of split. There's one called Holy Memorabilia Batman. That one's about half an hour long. And as you would guess, it's kind of... Well, I'll read you the synopsis. Journey with Adam West as he guides us through the incredible museum-worthy collection of radio personality Ralph Garman. We'll learn which items are the most sought after and what makes a collection stand out from the pack. Then we're off to Indiana to meet the Guinness World Record holder for the largest Batman collection known. Our one-of-a-kind tour tops off with a visit to the masterminds behind the full-scale Batman replica. The world of collecting memorabilia receives a great deal of attention from the fans of the Batman series, don't I know it? From the vintage to the new, from the hunt to the acquisition, collecting Batman 66 memorabilia is a unique passion and arguably a way of life. Well, I haven't quite got that far for myself, but yeah, I've collected a lot of Batman stuff over the years. There's another feature that's about half an hour long called Hanging with Batman. It's pretty much about Adam West, the actor. I'll read you the synopsis. It's a bit shorter, this one, the synopsis. A true slice of life with Adam West. Adam West has enjoyed an incredible character arc, just like Bruce Wayne and Batman. From dreaming of heroics in his youth to Adam's days on the Batman TV series, learn how Batman embodied that vision. It's not easy being Batman, yet Adam always kept the dream alive. He renewed the spirit in fans young and old alike, and this is a celebration of his achievement in his own words. That's one other thing that people have said about this box set. It's quite nice that they've actually released it while Adam West is still alive, which sounds like a bit of a grim thing to say, but he's quite old now. He's like well into his 80s. So, you know, give it another like 10, 20 years, he might not be here to actually do the presentations on this. Because he was quite heavily involved with the promotion of this on the internet, some of the videos and stuff, he's kind of there talking about it and stuff. And even in, not just the promotional stuff, but the actual thing itself, some of the things have been written by him specifically for this collection, so that's, again, a very nice thing to have. So the next featurette, Batmania Born, is called Building the World of Batman. Explore the art and design behind the fiction. This must-see documentary brings to light the costumes, makeup, sets, music, writing, acting and directing that contributed to the greatest and possibly most influential television series ever. With interviews from Adam West, Burt Ward, that's Batman and Robin, Julie Newmar, Catwoman. Learn how this series took the pop culture world by storm and defined a new genre of television. I think that's about half an hour as well. The next featurette is about 45 minutes, called Bats of the Round Table. Imagine some of the top names in Hollywood gathering for an informal, no-holds-barred conversation about the Batman TV series, featuring Kevin Smith, Phil Morris, Ralph Garman and Jim Lee, with guest of honour Adam West. The banter will be plenty. Who knows what will be revealed as we learn from famous fans just how important the Batman television series has been in their lives. So that's pretty good. That's like a fan perspective. I haven't actually watched these extras yet. I wanted to get this review done, and if I read the synopsis, it pretty much tells you what it is. I've kind of flicked through it. That's how I know the lengths of these things. So the last one's about 45 minutes. That to me sounds like probably one of the best ones so far anyway that I've read. Inventing Batman in the words of Adam West. Now this is split into two. I kind of looked on this and there's a couple of episodes and he kind of goes through the scripts for the episodes and talks about the notes that he originally made. So Adam West annotated scripts for the first and second episodes during the Batman TV series. Experience a rare fan treat as he discusses his original notes, the craft of acting and bringing Batman to life. So yeah, it's about the first two episodes, ones with the Riddler. Then there's another featurette called Nana Nana Batman. We travelled all over Hollywood to ask the who's who of the film and television industry to provide fond memories regarding Batman and the television series. A few even agreed to sing the theme song. Everyone loves the Batman TV series, and here's that tribute piece. So yeah, it's a tribute thing, is that one. And then there's the last thing. It says featurette, but it's actually a collection of little things. It's called Bat Rarities Straight from the Vault. And it's things like screen tests, and there's also something about Batgirl pilot as well, which I think from memory I've already seen somewhere on the internet. So it's nice to have in this collection. And that's it for the extras on there. So very nice. I keep saying that, but yeah, I don't know if the colours on this are picking up brilliant. I've kind of got it in the background. For some reason the colour wouldn't pick up. So if you kind of think the picture looks a bit weird, that's just the way it's coming across on camera. So that's that. Now there's a few other things. Like I say, I did do a review somewhere. Yeah, last month I did a review of the Batman movie that went with this. This set doesn't include the film. It's just the TV series. If you want the movie, you have to buy that separately. And I did a review of the Blu-ray of this recently, and it's, again, I don't usually promote Blu-rays unless there's something specifically better than the actual DVD. And in this case, that is the case because there's a lot on here. So if you want to check out my review of Batman the movie from 1966, I think it was about a month ago that I did it. I kind of did it in anticipation of this. So check that out. A few other things that I've collected in terms of like videos and stuff to do with Batman. Return to the Batcave. This was a fan film pretty much that was made about 10 years ago. I think it was 2003. But this is a very good fan film. It has, I mean, don't let the cover fool you. It's got the actual actors from the series: Adam West, Burt Ward, Frank Gorshin, Julie Newmar and Lee Merriweather, that both played Catwoman in the series and the film. They're all in this. It's a fictional film. It's kind of a comedy thing. It's got the actors as themselves, like reminiscing stuff. And the Batmobile gets stolen and loads of stuff happens. It's really good. It's a very good fan film. And you have these two actors that play in flashbacks, the young Adam West and Burt Ward, kind of behind the scenes on the series, getting up to what they did kind of thing. Kind of caricatured slightly as well, but very good. It's called Return to the Batcave. It might even be on like YouTube. I don't know, it was some time ago, but it's worth buying. It's nice to have in the collection, like I say, with it having all the original actors on there. It's a nice thing to have. Totally enjoyable. Now, there's a few documentaries you can get about the 60s series on DVD. I don't own any of them. The one I do have is something on tape, video cassette tape, which I got from HMV back in the early 90s when I was about 12 or something. And it's called Bat Mad. And I always remember this, it always annoys me when video covers do this, when they have like the writing the other way around. So on your shelf, it's kind of, you have to kind of turn your head to be able to read it. But this was something that was a documentary that had a lot of behind-the-scenes footage and rare footage as well with the actors and like adverts that they did in character as Batman and Batgirl and Robin and all that kind of stuff. So I think they might have re-released the content of this onto DVD in more recent times, but it's not under the same title as this as far as I'm aware. But if you shop around, you might be able to find it anyway. It was done by Merlin Home Entertainment and distributed by Sony, so I don't know if that kind of helps if you are searching for this but want it on DVD. It was called Bat Mad anyway. So, but that's that. I did convert it onto a DVD disc as well, so I can personally watch it. But so if you want to buy it on tape, and you can convert tape to DVD, just so you be able to pop it in the player and watch it. You can always do that. Just don't distribute it because that's illegal. Finally, this is something else that I bought a long time ago. Again, it was in the early 90s. The official Batman Bat book, and this was the complete guide to all television episodes and the Batman movie. Interviews with famous Bat villains: Cesar Romero, Julie Newmar, Vincent Price, Burgess Meredith, and so on. Very nice thing to have. It's a very comprehensive thing. It's got quite kind of a colour section in the middle with a lot of photographs as well. Behind the scenes stuff, so you could probably get this off Amazon. It's written by Joel Eisner. You can see there the actual what it is, and there's the barcode on the back there if you want that. If you want to do a search for it, there's the information. But a very nice thing for the collection. Soundtrack wise, there is a soundtrack to the TV series, and I do own it somewhere on cassette tape. I don't have it on CD, but I did convert it onto the computer some time ago. But I think it's quite expensive if you want to buy it on CD. I say expensive, like £20–30, something like that, from where I've seen it anyway. So that's something else for you to look out for if you feel that way inclined. I don't know where my cassette tape is, so I can't show you. I wonder if Toph has probably nicked it. If you watch Brand X reviews, you'll know who that is. Anyway, I'll pretty much leave it at that. Like I say, very good box set, very nice presentation. Only gripe I have is with the flap thing at the top, which kind of makes it hard to display on your shelf, I guess. I've had to kind of rest that on top just to hold it in place. But anyway, I'm kind of rambling now about little things like that, so I think I've pretty much covered everything. So again, like I say, it's about £110 in the UK at the moment if you get it off Amazon. If you're watching this in America, I heard it was about $200, something like that, which is about right. Definitely one that I recommend anyway. So if maybe Christmas coming up might be something that you could get somebody to get you for Christmas or buy for somebody else, I don't know. Anyway, I'm seriously rambling now. So that's my review, and I will leave it there. So I don't think there's anything else coming up in terms of Batman reviews. There's going to be news. We're going to be covering the upcoming film Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice as news comes out about that. So if you're into that scene, check back. That's the website, brandxreviews.com. Or will I put it? I don't know whether will I put it down here or will I put it up there. I don't know. You'll know from watching this where I put it ultimately. Anyway, right? Seriously, I'm going to cut it short here. Thank you very much for watching.